And there goes the unveiling of Zubeen's statue. Swami,
it's so difficult to speak, followed by Professor Amarjyoti Chaudhary sir and Professor Pradeep Acharya sir. However, I'll have to. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Yet another day of yet another milestone at Royal Global University campus. But today's milestone is different and special, and it's very special in many ways, and it's very, very emotional too. It was just a year ago, from some 100 yards away from this very point, me and Zubeen were sitting together watching some other musical program. By any stretch of imagination, I can believe it to be true. His statue will be unveiled after 1 year from then. But as said, Ayu karma cha vittam cha vidya nidhanameva cha panchayatani hi srijyante garvastasya idena. Date of death is destined and fixed. Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, today also I will begin with two Sanskrit sloks, one from Gita and one from Chanakya Niti. Yad yadacharati srishta tad deva itaro janah sah yat paramanam kurute lokastu tad anuvartate. This is Gita's slok chapter 3, slok number 21. And from Chanakya Niti, it is Satesu jayate shurah sahastresu cha panditah vakta das sahastreshu data bhavati vanava. I am quoting these two because these are very relevant for the occasion and very relevant for the person like Zubeen. Satesu jayate surah. এশো জনৰ লোকৰ মাজত এটা বীৰৰ জন্ম হয় সহস্ত্ৰেষু চ পণ্ডিত 1000 মানুহৰ লোকৰ মাজত এজন জ্ঞানী মানুহ পণ্ডিত মানুহৰ জন্ম হয় সুবক্তা 10000 মানুহৰ মাজত এজন জন্ম হয় কিন্তু দাতা philanthropist is rare. And I have added another line to this Chanakya slok. Juvinah eva kalakarah kotisu kevalam ekah eva jayate satyam hi satabdam apitasya sudrishyah purusha durlabah. Meaning thereby, जुबिन जैसा कलाकार करोड़ों में एक पैदा होता है. सच तो यह है कि पूरी शताब्दी में उसकी समानता के व्यक्ति विरले होते हैं. As I said, the Gita slok I quoted, Yad yada charita srishta tad deva itaro jana sha yat parmanam kurute lokastu tad anuvartate. The great people, whatever example they set, rest of the people follow. Now what example Zubeen set? If you talk about his musical excellence, it is very difficult. He had a golden voice. You, my dear students, we all may try, but he was one in crores. But the other virtues which Zubeen had, he possessed, I believe that is what this statue should motivate, inspire all of us. He was very honest. He was very straightforward. He was a great philanthropist, great donor. He loved nature. When we talk about big donor, great donor, doesn't mean that some corporate house donated crores of money, made hospitals, temples, schools and colleges. A great donor, in my opinion, is the one who donates more than what he possesses. And that was Zubeen. As Professor Amarjyoti Chaudhary said that he could see as if he was an MLA and people were gathered, he used to help anybody. He used to help downtrodden. He used to give as much as possible. The artist of his caliber will be multimillionaire, and hardly they will donate. They will not be as humble as Zubeen, and that is why Zubeen is the hero, the living legend, the legend of this country. Why this statue? And why this statue is special? We had lot of bust and statue of great icons in our campus of Royal Global School and Royal Global University. But this statue is very, very special and close to my heart for the fact that the day we announced that we'll have a statue in our campus, I started working on it as to which picture should take the form of a statue, negotiating and talking with the sculptor, Mr. Bora, Lakshajit, who used to be a teacher in Royal Global School. I said I want the best statue which could be possibly people can see in our state. I wanted it to be unveiled on 18th of November being his birthday, but it couldn't happen. And I was personally taking interest as to what kind of shoes, what kind of cap. Just now Pami said me that this is the guitar he used to love the most. I'm so glad to listen to that. One fine afternoon I said, DCOM, let's go and see in the studio of Lakshajit as to what kind of shape it has finally taken, though I was getting the pictures. I went to the studio. And to see the statue from the very close, I had to take the help of a ladder to reach to the stage of around 6 feet height. And I stood there. They tried to catch hold of me. I should not fall. There are a lot of emotions and feelings. One, of course, has to be, I'm seeing the statue of a man who is 10 years younger to me. But at the same time, I was trying to find out the perfect Zubeen in that statue. While Lakshadweep was trying to listen from me 10 out of 10, I told him, Lakshadweep, perfection is a journey, it's not a destination. I'm still giving you 90%. Try a bit more. I gave my ideas. But at the same time, I asked myself a simple question. What impact will this have when it stands at the heart of this campus? The answer was immediate. This would not be an object. This would be a presence. This 10.5 feet statue is not about stillness. It is about movement of sound, dissent, compassion, and courage. Zubeen Garg was never comfortable with silence that came easily. His music carried the river and the street, the prayer and the protest, the local and the global. To imagine our cultural landscape without him is to imagine a pause that hurts. I am sure this statue will inspire the generations of the students at this campus. I am deeply honored today that this unveiling is graced by another icon of Assam, Professor Pradeep Acharya Sir, an eminent scholar, a critic, a prolific translator, someone who understands that listening is as important as expression. His presence gives this moment rare intellectual grace. We remain grateful, sir. I also express my special gratitude to the chairperson, the Dr. Bhupen Hazarika Center for Creativity, for coming out with the anthology of Zubeen Garg with 20 of his songs translated into English and 7 portraits which was inaugurated on 18th of November. Scholarship is already in place. I congratulate each one from the Royal Global University that what I announced on convocation, last 5th convocation, the statue is also unveiled today. These 3 acts are the most humble tribute from Royal Global University for this legendary hero. আজি আপোনালোকক ইয়াতে গোট খালে তাৰ কাৰণে মই আপোনালোকক ধন্যবাদ জনাইছোঁ আপোনালোকে আহি থাকিব keep blessing us Pami please convey our silence and our prayers to Garima and your father. I will conclude with man is mortal but Zubeen will ever remain immortal. Thank you.